What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review the latest Liam Neeson movie, which is not Taken 3. That was in January. Now we're in March, in case you didn't know. 2 months later, a new movie comes out, and it feels so weird because it's March. It doesn't even feel like, okay, a Liam Neeson movie, here we go. And then you realize it's a new Liam Neeson movie, and you go into it, and whoa. Let's talk about it, guys. This is a non-spoiler review. I'm not going to spoil nothing for you guys. I'm just going to give you my pros and cons and tell you whether or not you should see the movie and whether I liked it or not as a personal view also. Real quick, guys, I'm going to put a link down below to my Chappie movie review and my Unfinished Business movie review. I'd really enjoy if you guys check that out. This is my movie review for Run All Night. Alright. Let's get started, guys. Real quick, the synopsis, just the outline of this movie real quick, is mobster and hitman Jimmy Conlon, which is Liam Neeson, has one night to figure out where his loyalties lie, with his estranged son Mike, Joel Kinnaman, whose life is in danger, and his longtime best friend, mob boss Sean McGuire, Ed Harris, who wants Mike to pay for the death of his own son. Alright, let's get started, guys. First off, I'm going to start off with my pros and then to my cons. Liam Neeson. Taken 3, it wasn't that good of a movie, but it wasn't Liam Neeson's fault. Obviously, Liam Neeson's always great, but in this movie, he doesn't play your regular. Now in the trailers, you're probably thinking, okay, he plays the same guy, just with a gun and with his voice and boom, boom, boom. It's not just that. It's more bigger than just that. Liam Neeson plays this character where when you see him, I won't spoil much, but let's just say he's a drunk. He's a nobody. No one likes him. He's one of those, and he's desperate. He's sort of basically almost homeless. You know, he's good. He's not good. He's bad. He's different. The way Liam Neeson plays him, his character is amazing. And the way he portrays it, and then he becomes a badass. Obviously, he's been a badass, but you'll see throughout the movie that Liam Neeson could hold his own. Obviously, we already know that, but he still has the badass moves. He has just the acting skills and the acting chops in order to play Jimmy Conlon. The cast itself. Now, I know Joel Kinnaman. I know he's a badass actor. Everyone says, go watch The Killing. I have not watched it yet, but I know he's good. I've seen him in RoboCop. He was good in RoboCop. He wasn't great. But his voice kind of annoys me at times. But really, for playing Liam Neeson's son, just the way he portrayed his character, and those little moments, just little moments where they're acting, and the eyes just get teared up. But it's not like he's about to drop, but it's just the emotion and the way the facial reactions and just how they portray themselves is just great. Ed Harris in here, man. Ed Harris kind of bothers me sometimes. Like when I saw him in Sons of Anarchy, I was just like, there's Charlie, man. Just again, one of those mob dealers. But Ed Harris really pulls it off this time, man. He's a badass. He's great. And, just Liam Neeson, there's this one scene with Liam Neeson and Ed Harris talking at a table. That's all I'll say. And there's other parts too. Just they talk multiple times, obviously, in the movie. But when they talk and they're in the same room, it's powerful. It's almost like they've been friends for years, as obviously they have. But you feel the chemistry, and it's their first time in movie together. Liam Neeson and Ed Harris filming for the first time, and there's magic. That's how awesome it is. I'll be honest with that. Common, you didn't really have to have Common in here. But for what he did, he was a badass. He's a really cool guy. Common's really awesome. And I don't know. He had a weird gadget. I don't understand. But he's not a talkative guy. I'll just say Common's not. You're not going to have a 50-page monologue of Common. But for what he was in here and how he portrays his character, he's great. He's great. And Genesis Rodriguez, I'll get to my cons on that, but she is beautiful and all that, and I've seen her in Tusk, which is directed by Kevin Smith. She's very good. The acting, of course, like I said, and the acting and the action. This guy who directed this movie has also directed Unknown, which I wasn't a big fan of Unknown, I'll be honest. That was kind of boring. Just that's, but it was like 4 years ago, so I haven't watched it since. But it was boring to me. Nonstop, it was a good movie, not great. I expected better, but Nonstop. And then now, Run All Night is the best out of all of them. I'll be honest. The action. This person should have directed Taken 3, not that Megatron guy or Megaton. No, because you could actually see what's going on in the action. You could literally see everything. Finally, it's not one of those where one punch, 20 different views, and then, like, you know what I mean? This directing and the cinematography is perfect. But I'll get to a con also soon. But the cinematography and the camera work looks beautifully done. I saw the behind the scenes. They put hard work into it, man, and just step by set set pieces, which is another thing. Is just I love the set pieces and I love the tone of the movie, the mobster tone, because yeah, sure, every year there's a mob type of movie, but this is truly, very gritty and intense. This is an intense movie. This ain't just no like take your 5-year-old to a movie type of. This is strictly brutal. The music in here, there's great music orchestra in the back. I don't know if it's original type of music. Pretty sure it is, but I just, whoever the composer was, you're a badass. I love the plot. I just again love the plot of Hitman and you killed my son, so no, I'm gonna go after your son, and it's awesome. It truly is. And they try to make it realistic as possible. Also, they just go as much. There's some parts where that's not realistic, but again, they try to make it as possible and grounded. And you could see they tried and they succeeded for the most part. And I love the ending. I'm just gonna say that I love the ending. It's a good ending, and there are a lot of moments where you're gonna want to clap because you're like, yes. Now the only cons really that I have. It's probably there are some scenes where it's CGI. You could tell it's totally computer affected, like full on CGI. Where in the movie it kind of like sometimes it's gonna go from character to character. So like it's gonna go from example Ed Harris's character's pub all the way to Joel Kinnaman's house. So it's gonna go like and then it's going to go CGI and go across the city, and then go to his character's house, and then it's kind of like, it's so CGI and computer affected, and then it looks good once it's finally there into real life, but it really bothers me. That bothered me for a while. There's too much going on also, because then you also got, I believe, I'm sorry, I forgot his name, forgot to mention him also, you got Vincent D'Onofrio. I totally messed up that name, man. He plays Kingpin in, the Daredevil Netflix show that's coming out in a month. He is also in here, and he's great. He's not bad. He's great. He's pretty good. And there's just so much going on because there's cops. Then you got Common. You got Ed Harris. Liam Neeson going after Ed Harris. Ed Harris going after Liam Neeson. And then his son. And then the family. So much stuff's going on, and it kind of scrambles your brain, but yet you still love it. But yet it's like, oh, what's going on? So yeah, you are going to have mind overload at sometimes. And points. Genesis Rodriguez, she was good as Gabriella, Joel Kinnaman's wife. She wasn't used that much. I'll just be honest. Like she's a really great actress, but she did not get. She got underused. They could have used her a lot more. So I'm glad that she was in the movie, but she's in the movie, but not really where she even put her in the credits because she didn't do much, to be honest. So kind of sad about that. But overall, the cast and everything, very great. The acting, and definitely, is this a movie worth watching? Yes, it is. Honestly, it's a great action movie. It has a great cast, a good storyline, and it's worth owning on Blu-ray. If I want to own this movie, I want to own it on Blu-ray. And honestly, I wish this movie was an IMAX because there are a lot of action scenes, and it's non-stop at points. So I wish it was an IMAX. I was like, why is Cinderella on IMAX? Put this on IMAX. Yeah. Anyway, so it's worth watching, guys. Go right now. It's spring break, or if you haven't, if spring break passed for you guys, still, go watch this movie. Grab your boyfriend, grab your girlfriend. It's a perfect date movie also. Have Liam Neeson, doing the voice. And the Scottish accent, the Irish, and just going at it. I love it. Ed Harris, Liam Neeson, Joel Kinnaman, Genesis Rodriguez, Vincent. Y'all are awesome. So great movie, great movie. So overall, I'm gonna give Run All Night a B plus, which equals an 8.75 out of a 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my Run All Night review. My next movie reviews that I hopefully will be doing for the next week will be Insurgent and The Gunman with Sean Penn. Thanks again for watching. Hope all of you enjoy. I'll see you all for the next movie review. Spot be with you always.